I'm Pete Clark from 21 Whispers. I've been involved in mindset and resilience and well-being for 20 years. And when people are going through stress and overwhelm and they're under pressure, I often get asked the question, so how do I navigate that? How do I still push through when I'm under pressure? And there's a number of things you can do. Two particular things you can do is focus on goals, but make them really small, and focus on the progress you're making. So I'll cover the first one, focusing on goals. When you're under pressure and you've got lots to do, it's easy to focus on, I've got too much to do. One of the tricks is to limit that focus on just one thing. Time your focus and limit it on just one thing, getting one thing done. So you've got some sort of goal, some sort of done list, not a to-do list, that you can refer to at the end of the day, because that taps into the second principle, which is focusing on the progress that you're making. It's really easy and stressful to focus on the things that you haven't done and the gap between where you'd like to be and where you ended up. But the trick is to focus on the gain you've made, where you started this morning or at the beginning of the week and where you've ended up. It's really important to focus on that. And if you're trying to build the habit of getting things done, I'm going to use a metaphor here. If you were trying to get fit and you were trying to improve your upper body strength by doing press-ups, which is a really good exercise to do, you'd be far more efficient at building the habit if you did a press-up a day for 100 days, rather than 100 press-ups in one day. The neurology of building a habit is more likely to happen if you do those small little tasks over a longer period of time. You get in what's called a winning streak, consecutive things. So the idea of being able to do something consecutive means it has to be really small. A goal that's really small, a step that's really small, something that you could, if you forget and then remember, you could almost do it immediately. One of the things I did over the last 18 months was I sent a picture to my mum, who lives in Edinburgh in Scotland. I live in Sydney, Australia. And it took me 10 seconds. It made her day. She woke up to a nice picture. But it was interesting. It took me 6 months, probably of forgetting a couple of days and not remembering and doing it in the morning. It probably took me about 6 months of practicing, of forgetting and then immediately doing it for me to then do it without thinking. So it can take a little bit of time to build up these habits, this metaphorical one press up a day for 100 days. But when you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, when you're under pressure, the two key things to think about is what goals can I achieve over this period of time? And what's the progress I can make? And focus on the progress, not the gap. If that's helpful and you think we can help in other ways, anything around well-being and mindset and resilience, get in touch, check the website out, 21whispers.com, or connect with me on LinkedIn. I look forward to chatting to you. Cheers.